Aloha, friends and neighbors. Welcome to show 1078. Roland Frost here. As you can see from the way I've drawn Uranus here, we're in for a turbulent week. Turbulence, huh? Some chaos in your world. That's what Uranus does. Brings a little chaos. The glyph itself, the symbol, is interesting. It's really two crescents. These are moons. These are people, one here and one here. They're not facing each other. They're looking out from opposite directions, huh? And they're tied together by the cross of matter, physical stuff. And that's over the circle of spirit, which I put an unhappy face on because we got a new moon squaring Uranus at the very time it stops. When it stops in the sky, August 2nd, at 7:32 p.m., is when the feeling of Uranus is strongest. So what's it about? Well, here's two people. They're not talking to each other. They're looking the other way. They're individuals, rebels even, but they get tied together by the cross of matter. This is like a union guy comes into a shop, and there's all kinds of different people here. A lot of them don't hardly talk to each other. Different races, different religions, different ethnicities. But the union guy comes in and says, look, you need more safety, you need more wages, more benefits. Those are cross of matter. Those are things that, physical things, huh? And it ties these guys together. And they join a union to get things done. And it's over the circle of spirit. This is regardless of religion or non-physical things. Your patriotism or your favorite football team or a whole bunch of stuff that has no physicality at all is a circle of spirit. So we don't care about your religion, your people. You're the crescent, the moon of flesh, and we tie you together. That's what a hurricane does, or a tornado, or an earthquake. Suddenly, you meet your neighbors that you maybe never talked to at all, and the necessity is you share all the steaks in your freezer because they're going to go bad because you're out of electricity. What? No electricity? Well, go see if your neighbor's got some candles. He'll help you out. The cross of matter ties together these people who normally, aren't together at all. So Uranus comes up suddenly, and it has a way of unifying people in a strange way because of the necessity that they need to share their food or their water or their tarps. That's what Uranus is like. It's not always easy for Uranus. Even your astrologer here on television unites people who are very different. Yes, television is Uranus. Your astrologer has laryngitis, some kind of infection of my larynx, and I have trouble talking. So this isn't easy for Uranus. It's not easy for scientists today, what with Mr. Trump disparaging their work. So Uranus needs a little sympathy. Call up your astrologer and order some work. Anyway, the new moon makes it difficult because it squared Uranus. Yes. Let's take a look at it day by day and see how it goes for you. Now, our sky mirror got complicated because we had that full moon on Pluto, which makes us panicky. Eek, a bug. You won't be out of that until August 7th when the next full moon happens and takes us out of that panickiness a bit. And then we had a new moon squaring Uranus, which makes us feel alone and shaky and twirly. Now, the advantage of the sky mirror is it can tell us when this stuff is strongest, because we've got the planetary pattern here, And what is this guy? Oh, here's Jupiter sextiling Saturn. There's liberals and conservatives. You think they'd get together on this sextile? They have an option to work together. Yeah. Because Saturn here opposing Venus, well, the Republicans are screwing the weakened people. Pluto squaring Jupiter, so the liberals are in a panic, and they don't have any control of things. So it's not real easy. But let's run the moon around the edge of this planetary pattern and get some details on it, huh? It's nice to have some details. Nice to know what's coming up so you can plan a bit. So here on a Thursday show, moon's in Libra. It's not too bad. As you cut to Friday, though, in the middle of Friday, here at 17 degrees of Libra, the moon goes by Jupiter, and we all want to expand and laugh and clown around. But here's a square to Pluto, and there's a policeman with his gun saying, "Stop that! Stop that clowning around!" And there's a panicky feeling as the moon squares Pluto, and Pluto had the full moon. It's like, eek, a bug! It's your reptile brain being excited. Flight or fight. That's what it's about. So, not an easy Friday. No, hope you get through work and get home safely. Time you get home? Well, here's a nice sextile to Saturn. Got things organized, don't you? And here's a trine to Venus, Saturday morning. Stay in bed late. Relax. Relax. Enjoy yourself. Rest. That's what Venus is for. And you're going to need it, because in the middle of Saturday, here's the opposition to Uranus. Yeah, it starts actually before lunch. And we've got wind, and we've got power outage, and we've got sudden interruptions to our lives. We've got tornadoes whirling all around, and hurricanes threatening. And we could get some of that in Hawaii, too. More on that in a little bit. There's also that new moon here, just after lunch, adds to it all. Yeah, the square to the new moon. So Saturday isn't easy either. It's tough. Sunday morning gets a little better, because here's Mercury. The kids are happy real early in the morning. But here, after breakfast, is the square to Mars and the Sun. And the men aren't, and we're having road rage. Trying to get stuff done, can't fix it. What are we protecting? Everybody's in we had a state of panic Friday, interruption Saturday, and here anger and road rage Sunday. Oh boy. Just before dinner, we finally get a trine to Neptune, and we got some compassion. You know, read Jesus. Treat everybody like your brother. That works. A little telepathy will help too. And then finally here, about 10, 11 o'clock, we have a trine to Pluto, or a sextile to Pluto, and we feel like we got some control after all. I got my candles, and I got food in the cupboard. Don't need a refrigerator. Good. You're getting along, aren't you? Feel the same way. Monday, moon's still in Scorpio. Tuesday, moon goes into Sagittarius. Vibes change. Before lunch, here's a square to Mercury. And it's a difficult time to walk and talk and get around. Nobody's listening. And by Tuesday night, here we have the trine to the Mars and Sun. And we're up and running, and we're getting things done, and we're doing physical work. Good, excellent. We're going to need it. Yeah. Uranus here. Oh, we got a square to Neptune. That's too bad. Where is that? That's breakfast time. So there's confusion and delusion. Wednesday morning at breakfast. If it doesn't smell good, don't eat it. And here just before lunch, we have a sextile to Jupiter. Truth comes out. There's wisdom around. You know, take a bite of that. And then by the time you get to Wednesday night, around dinner time or after dinner, well, here's old Saturn. Things settle down. You know, I got a plan. I got enough money. I got enough time. I didn't have enough of anything. Not enough. But I got enough to get by. Yes. And Thursday morning, moon's still in Sagittarius. Before lunch, here's a trine to Uranus. Brotherhood kicks in. Maybe if I have enough, I should share a little bit with my neighbor. Yep. Good idea. Thursday night and Thursday afternoon, the moon shifts into Capricorn. There's a square to Venus, or an opposition to Venus. So the little girls got hung up in the tornadoes and hurricanes and power outages, and nobody feels like they need some rest, but they can't get no peace and quiet. Thursday night. Friday morning, moon's still in Capricorn, and we have a nice trine to Mercury. So we're communicating, getting stuff done. Here Friday afternoon, here's a sextile to Neptune. There's music. Yeah, we got some faith in things again. That's good. There is a square to Jupiter Friday afternoon and evening, so we're overdoing it. And we're going into that weekend zone of panickiness. Eek a bug. It's Friday night. It's late. It's midnight, and the moon's going by Pluto. Is that a siren that I hear? Could be. Could be. Or the cats are out fighting over territory. Too late for noisy leaf blowers. They come on board Saturday afternoon. You know, the moon's in late Capricorn, and the moon squares Uranus. So between Pluto, Friday night, which had the full moon on it, and this is the last of the panicky Pluto incidents, you know, and then Saturday evening with the square to Uranus, which is stationing and stopping, by the way, back here on Wednesday. So it's very powerful. And there's a new moon squaring that one. Well, you're in the land of panickiness and policing and twirlies and hurricanes and high winds. So here's your second weekend. The first weekend, you know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 28th, 29th, 30th of July. Here's the second one. It's the 14th, 15th, 16th, or 4th, 5th, 6th of August. And these are the 2 weekends that are going to be difficult. Don't plan a lot of activities. You need to be taking care of your house and home and kids and pets and everybody else. As you will see, because Sunday night, here's a late Sunday night, this is midnight or so, here's an opposition to Mars. I didn't get all my work done. There's still some road rage out there. And here's a full moon at 15 Aquarius. And it's going to oppose Mars. So you're going to be in for a month of angriness and having too much work to do, which could be worse, you know. But Monday night on the 7th, here's a trine to Jupiter. Some wisdom comes out, and a sextile to Saturn. And maybe those government idiots got something done here on the 7th. Don't know. I wouldn't count on them. Not the kind of people we've been electing. Uranus has a green color, kind of electric green. But this is a reminder, you got enough batteries? Did you fill your tub with water? Candles aren't the best idea. They pollute your air. More better you depend on 12-volt DC batteries and things. You know, one of the nicest things to have around is a car battery. You know, you can hook up some 12-volt lights to that, and it lasts a long time. But I hope you got enough batteries by this time, because even in the lesser areas of the world, there will be power outages. Maybe it's because of all the heat. Everybody turned on the air conditioners, overloaded the electric lines, and bang, you're out. That's another possibility for this period.